Just the same.
Thank you very much. It's obviously democracy under Trump. We have seen that for the past few weeks after the sham flawed election in this country, members of the Democratic Alternative have not been spared from the attack from the regime in Harare. Obviously, it's a clear sign that the regime didn't win this election, because if you had won the election, you wouldn't be victimizing people. You know that our people are being harassed in the countryside in no particular order. One of our MP candidates, Patrick Cheza, in Chirumans, was actually arrested. He's still under trial up to today in Wawa prison. The same applies to our recently elected Deputy Mayor, Councillor Kutaika Zombe. He's also in prison, and have also not been spared from that concocted charges, flimsy charges against members of the alternative. But you know that there are people who committed crime during this election. Honorable Tofa, one of our members of parliament, was attacked, and the car was barricaded and destroyed by well-known ZANU-PF people. You know that we even lost someone during this election, but it's catch and release. So it's a clear sign that Zimbabwe is back into the shadow of uncertainty and illegitimacy. Zimbabwe is back into an uncertain future because of this issue. That's why we have said as a movement, as CCC, that the solution is that Zimbabwe must resolve the vicious cycle of disputed elections. For the past 43 years, all the elections in this country have been subjected to legal challenges, beginning with the election after independence in 1980 up to date. It shows that elections have not been done in a fair and credible manner in this country. That's why we've invoked diplomatic and regional offensive as a movement, because SADC, to us as a member state, has got a responsibility to make sure that they assist us as Zimbabweans to resolve this crisis, particularly countries in the region like South Africa, because to South Africa, the Zimbabwean crisis is a domestic issue rather than a foreign policy issue to them. That's why we've engaged SADC, that's why we've engaged the regional bodies, so that we're able to find each other. How do we find each other? We must make sure that we come up with a roadmap, a political settlement, to have a roadmap back to legitimacy, so that we have a free and fair election and cure the permanent problem of disputed elections in this country.
Listeners would want to know, where are we with this diplomatic offensive of yours? What can people expect, especially since you are demanding fresh elections?
Of course,
when
people
can
of
they
Zimbabwe
be
must expect that we have to use that envelope and other domestic remedies that are existing to make sure that the crisis is resolved. So Zimbabweans must remain vigilant, and they must understand that all this persecution we are seeing, we are going to be in and out of the courts, we are going to be harassed, but we understand fundamentally so that when we sign to become members of the alternative in the face of autocracy, we are signing for difficulties. We understand fully, out of our ideological inclination, that there is no struggle without bruises, there is no struggle without pain. That's why here in the city we say we fear for all, because we understand that this is the nature of our struggle. Thank you.